The 2013 Open Championship was the 142nd Open Championship, held 18–21 July at Muirfield Golf Links in Gullane, East Lothian, Scotland. Phil Mickelson shot a final round 66 to win his fifth major title, 3 strokes ahead of runner-up Henrik Stenson. Mickelson began the round 5 strokes back, in a tie for 9th place. Ian Poulter, Adam Scott, and 54-hole leader Lee Westwood tied for third, 4 back of Mickelson. Venue: the 2013 event was the 16th Open Championship played at Muirfield. The most recent was in 2002, when Ernie Els won his third major championship in a playoff over Stuart Appleby, Steve Elkington, and ultimately in a sudden death playoff over Thomas Levitt. Nick Faldo won the previous Open at the venue in 1992. The first was in 1892. Course layout: the course was extended 158 yards since the 2002 championship. Source: lengths of the course for Opens since 1950. Field: each player is classified according to the first category in which he qualified, but other categories are shown in parentheses. Mark Calcavecchia, Stuart Sink, Darren Clark, Ben Curtis, David Duval, Ernie Els, Nick Faldo, Todd Hamilton, Padraig Harrington, Paul Lawrie, Tom Lehman, Justin Leonard, Sandy Lyle, Mark O'Meara, Lewis Oosthuizen, Tiger Woods. John Daly withdrew with an elbow injury. Eligible but did not compete: Ian Baker Finch, Greg Norman, Nick Price, Tom Watson. 4. First 10 and anyone tying for 10th place in the 2012 Open Championship at Royal Lytham St Anne's: Thomas Aiken, Nicholas Colsaez, Luke Donald, Miguel Angel Jimenez, Dustin Johnson, Zach Johnson, Matt Kuchar, Graham McDowell, Alexander Nguyen, Jeff Ogilvie, Thorbjorn Olesen, Ian Poulter, Adam Scott, Vijay Singh, Brand Snecker, Keegan Bradley, Tim Clark, Jason Day, Jamie Donaldson, Jason Duffner, Gonzalo Fernandez Castano, Ricky Fowler, Jim Furyk, Sergio Garcia, Robert Garrigus, Brandon Grace, Bill Haas, Peter Hansen, Thong Chai JD, Martin Kamer, David Lynn, Hunter Main, Matteo Manacero, Rory McIlroy, Phil Mickelson, Francesco Molinari, Ryan Moore, Carl Peterson, Scott Piercy, D.A. Points, Justin Rose, Charles Schwartzel, Webb Simpson, Henrik Stenson, Kevin Streelman, Michael Thompson, Bo Van Pelt, Nick Watney, Bubba Watson, Lee Westwood. Steve Stricker did not enter. Rafael Cabrera Bello, George Coetzee, Marcus Fraser, Shane Lowry, Richie Ramsey, Marcel Siem, Bernd Wiesberger, Danny Willett. 8. First 5 European Tour members and any European Tour members tying for 5th place, not otherwise exempt, in the top 20 of the race to Dubai on completion of the 2013 Alstom Open de France: Thomas Bjorn, Mikko Ilonen, Brad Rumford, Richard Stern, Mark Warren. 10. The U. Lucas Glover, Angel Cabrera, Y.E. Zhang, KJ Choi. 14. The leading 30 qualifiers for the 2012 Tour Championship: John Hu, John Senden. 15. First 5 PGA Tour members and any PGA Tour members tying for 5th place, not exempt in the top 20 of the PGA Tour FedEx Cup points list for 2013 on completion of the 2013 The Greenbrier Classic: Harris English, Russell Henley, Billy Horschel, Jimmy Walker, Boo Weekley, Jordan Spieth. 17. Playing members of the 2012 Ryder Cup teams: Thorn Wairach and Peter Senior, Kenichi Kuboya, Hiroyuki Fujita, Toru Taniguchi. 23. The leading 4 players not exempt in the 2013 Mizuno Open: Makoto Inoue, Brandon Jones, Shingo Katayama, Kim Ki-young Tae. 24, first two on anyone tying for second place, in a cumulative money list taken from all official 2013 Japan Golf Tour events up to and including the 2013 Mizuno Open. Kim Hyung-sung, Satoshi Kodiro, Fred Couples, Garrick Porteous 27. The U. Stephen Fox Rees-Bew 29. The Mark H. McCormack Medal winner for 2012 Chris Williams lost his exemption by turning professional after the U.S. Open. International final qualifying Australasia: Mark Brown, Stephen Dartnell, Stephen Jeffries, Asia: Kiradech Afabanrat, Daisuke Maruyama, Hideki Matsuyama, Wu Ashen. Africa: Eduardo de la Riva, Justin Harding, Darren Lloyd. America: Scott Brown, Bud Cauley, Brian Davis, Luke Guthrie, Robert Carlson, Josh Teeter, Camilo Villegas, Johnson Wagner. Europe: Gregory Birdie, Niklas Fast, Oliver Fisher, Stanislaw Goya, Scott Jameson, Brooks Koepka, Gareth Mabin, Richard McEvoy, Alvaro Quiroz. Local final qualifying: Dunbar, Grant Forrest, Shiv Kapur, John Wade Gullen No. 1, Matthew Fitzpatrick, Oscar Florane, Ben Stowe, North Berwick, Jimmy Mullen, George Murray, Gareth Wright, The Musselburgh, Tyrrell Hatton, Lloyd Saltman. Stephen Tiley denotes amateur, alternates to make up the full entry of 156. Additional players were drawn from the official World Golf Ranking dated 7 July 2013. Jonas Blixt, Martin Laird, Frederick Jacobson, Mark Leishman, Graham Delaray, Kyle Stanley, Chris Wood, Ken Duke. Stephen Gallagher replaced John Daly. Scott Stallings took spot reserved for Scottish Open champion. Past champions in the field made the cut, missed the cut round summaries. First round: Zach Johnson was the first round leader after shooting a 5-under par 66. Both Johnson and Indian outsider Shiv Kapur reached 6-under during their rounds before dropping shots on the tougher back nine. Kapur doing so during difficult afternoon conditions by birdieing 6 of his first 7 holes. Two Spaniards, 49-year-old Miguel Angel Jimenez and Rafael Cabrera Bello, had also reached 5-under before late bogeys, as had veteran Mark O'Meara. Two senior golfers were in the top 5. O'Meara, a 1998 champion, was tied for second at 67, and Tom Lehman, the 1996 champion, was tied for fourth at 68. Defending champion Ernie Els shot 74, tarnished by a triple bogey after bunker trouble at the 16th. World number 1 Tiger Woods, playing in the tough later conditions, opened with a bogey after snap-hooking his tee shot and taking an unplayable lie, but fought his way back to 69 in the search for his 15th major championship. Out of form world number 2 Rory McIlroy, however, struggled to have 79 despite an early tee time. Phil Mickelson, 4-time major champion and the winner of the previous week's Scottish Open, also had a 69 despite a closing bogey. Second round. At the end of the second round, 9 players were under par, and the cut line was +8. Jimenez was the leader at 139. Dustin Johnson, Henrik Stenson, Lee Westwood, and Woods were all one shot behind at 140. Third round, Westwood shot 70 to take the 54-hole lead at 210, which included a long eagle at the 5th hole. Hunter Mahan shot 68 to move into a tie for second at 212. Woods held sole possession of the lead early in the round, but carded 72 to fall back to 212 with Mahan. Adam Scott shot 70 to move to even par 213. Final round. Through the first 6 holes, 54-hole leader Westwood was even for the day and in control of the tournament. However, he faltered down the stretch. After a bogey by Westwood on the 8th, he relinquished the lead to Scott, who had birdied at 11 to go 2 under for the championship. Westwood bogeyed 3 more holes to finish at +1. "I didn't play badly, but I didn't play great," he remarked. Mickelson, who started the day 5 shots back, carded a 34 on the front 9 to get to even par for the championship. After bogeying the 10th, he got back to even par with a birdie at the 13th, then birdied the 14th while Scott bogeyed the 13th, and the two were tied for the lead at -1. After 2 pars, Mickelson birdied the final 2 holes to finish at 281. At that point, about an hour of play remained, but Mickelson knew he had all but won the event. Scott followed up his bogey on the 13th with bogeys on each of the next 3 holes. Stenson shot 70 and finished 3 strokes back of Mickelson in second place, even par 284. Ian Poulter got hot in the middle of his round and posted a 67 to tie for third with Scott and Westwood. Wood started the day 2 strokes off the lead, but shot a 74 to tie for 6th. Mahan, who also started the day 2 strokes back, carded a 75 and tied for 9th. Mickelson attained his 5th major title and first Open Championship. He had previously struggled at the event, recording just 2 finishes in the top 10 in 19 tries. Mickelson's caddy, Jim "Bones" Mackay, called the final round the best round of his career. Mickelson agreed, saying, "I don't care how I got it. It just so happened to be with one of the best rounds of my career. I've always tried to go out and get it. And today I did." Scorecard.